Well, hello there, folks, and a very warm welcome back to What's for Tea. And I hope that I find you very well and you're having a good day so far. So here's a cracking wee recipe for cheddar and smoked haddock baked or jacket potatoes. It's such an easy recipe. It's basically like a fish pie in a potato skin. They're just lovely. So the first thing you're going to need are 4 good-sized baking potatoes. You want to wash these quite well and then pat them dry. I'm going to prick these all over with a knife and then just going to wrap them up in some foil because I want these to sweat a wee bit in the foil, so I'm adding a touch of salt as well. I don't want these too crispy because they will begin back into the oven to go crispy. So at this stage I just want to make sure they're nice and soft and cooked all the way through, and I'm going to give these about an hour and a half in gas mark 6 or 180°C. You want to cook them until they're lovely and soft. I am using smoked haddock, but if you can't find smoked haddock where you are, a similar smoked flaky fish will do, or even salmon can be used in this recipe. I got mine from the local fishmonger, so just use whatever you have. Go over to your cooker and you want a wee drop of simmering water. To this we're going to add the fish, and you want to gently poach this for about 10 minutes. Just let it simmer away for about 10 minutes. This was me an hour and a half later and my tatties are ready. I'm going to give them a wee stab just to make sure they're nice and soft and set them to the side. Going back to my fish, and I'm just going to drain the water out. And then get back to your potatoes, and you can either slice these through the middle if you want more shallow potatoes, but I only needed 4, so I'm going to cut the top of my potato off and then just scoop the inside out and then pop this into a bowl that I've got at the back. You might need to let these cool down for about 10 minutes because they are going to be very warm still, as you can see, but try not to pierce the skin or make any cuts in the skin. You want to keep them nice and whole, or as whole as possible. So I was quite happy with these, so just do that for the rest of your potatoes. Just make sure they're nice and hollow. Pop your potato in the bowl, and then with your fish, once you've drained the water away, go through your fish with a wooden spoon and just break it up into small pieces, just like this, because we're going to add this to the potatoes. You want nice wee small flaky pieces. So into your baked potato I'm going to add some whole grain mustard, just gives it a nice wee kick and some extra texture, and then some creme fraiche as well, straight in with that. And I'm also going to add some grated cheddar cheese just for a wee bit of extra creaminess, and it makes it nice and gooey. And then a couple of chopped spring onions as well. You could add chives if you prefer. I'm going to add some salt and pepper, just as much as you like, and then with a spoon you want to stir all this together until it's nicely combined. And then the last thing we're going to do is add in the smoked haddock, or whatever fish you're deciding to use. So just do this nice and gently, because you don't want to break your fish up any more than you've already done, because you want a nice wee bit of texture from the fish in there as well. So just fold this through nice and gently until it's well combined with the rest of your ingredients. And it's as simple as this. Let this cool down for a couple of minutes if it's still really warm, and then you can just spoon this into your potato shells just like this. Very, very easy. Pile it nice and high as you like. Just use all of your mixture. Then the last thing I'm going to do is pop this into an oven dish and then top this with another wee bit of grated cheddar cheese and a few more spring onions. But like I said, you could use chives if you prefer chives to spring onions. Now you want to pop these back into the oven for about 20 minutes or even under the grill. You just want to brown these nicely, just to brown the tops nicely. I just pop these back into the oven and it just warms the whole thing back up again. And we had these for our tea, just with a wee bit of rocket underneath, and these were absolutely delicious. But like I said, if you can't find smoked haddock where you are, you can easily use salmon or a similar flaky smoked fish, but you do want something with quite a strong and smoky flavour, because that's where the bulk of your flavour is coming from. But thank you so much for watching, and as usual you'll find all of the ingredients down below underneath the video. And a huge thank you to the supporters of the channel over on my Patreon page, to the channel members here on YouTube, for you all for watching. leaving your lovely comments, those that have bought me a coffee, using the Buy Me a Coffee link, and those that have left me a super thanks donation for the channel as well. And I will catch up with you during the week for another wee video or 3 back here on What's for Tea. So until you join me again, have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you off soon. Take care and bye for now. Bye now.